Welcome to the next in our study of cities of the Bible. The first city we're looking at today is the city of Damascus. Damascus is the oldest continually inhabited city in the world. As the current capital of Syria, the city is located on the border of some of the most important highways in the ancient world. Because of its ideal location, the city has always been an important trade center. Its name may be derived from a patterned cloth known as damask, its most important export item in Old Testament times. Ezekiel 27 and verse 18. According to Josephus, the founder of Damascus was Uz, grandson of Shem. Genesis 5:32, Genesis 10:21 and 23. Its strategic location as a trading center brought Damascus into conflict with Israel on numerous occasions as it sought to regulate the flow of trade into all parts of the ancient Near East. After periods of dominance by the Assyrians and the Persians, Damascus was conquered by Alexander the Great in 333 BC. Later, it became the capital of the Roman province of Syria. In the early years of Roman influence in Syria, many Jews from Judea moved to Damascus. The city had a large Jewish community during New Testament times. All references to Damascus in the New Testament are associated with the Apostle Paul's conversion and early ministry. He was blinded in a vision while traveling to Damascus to persecute early Christians. Acts chapter 9 and verses 1 to 8. After his conversion, Paul went to the house of Judas on Straight Street in Damascus. There, he met Ananias, a Christian citizen of the city, who healed Paul's blindness. Acts chapter 9 and verses 10 to 22. After regaining his sight, Paul preached in the Jewish synagogue in Damascus, astonishing those who remembered him as a persecutor of the Christian faith. Eventually, Paul was forced to flee Damascus because of threats on his life. Damascus is still a trading center filled with open-air markets and crowded streets, some of which are very familiar to those which Paul might have visited. The second city is the city of Antioch. Situated on the most important trade routes of the day, Antioch was an ideal city for a flourishing, missions-minded church that was destined to play a key role in the expansion of early Christianity. Seleucus I founded the city about 300 BC and named it for his father, Antiochus. Antioch served as the capital of the Roman province of Syria during the New Testament times. Located on the east bank of the Orontes River, Antioch was about 16 miles from the Mediterranean Sea and about 300 miles north of Jerusalem. With a population of more than 500,000, it was the third largest city of the Roman Empire, ranking behind only Rome and Alexandria. Under the Roman rulers, Antioch became one of the most beautiful cities of the Roman Empire. Its main street, about 2 miles long, was paved with marble and flanked on both sides by hundreds of columns, which supported ornamented porches and balconies. Its cultural splendor and beautiful buildings, including the Temple of Artemis, the amphitheater, and royal palaces, contributed to its reputation as the Paris of the ancient world among scholars and researchers. Antioch was also a city of many philosophies and cults. It prided itself on its toleration, but many citizens sought a more significant religious experience than the old Greek and Roman gods offered. Many accepted the gospel and committed themselves to Christ. Because this church was made up of both Gentiles and Jews, city officials sought a name that would distinguish them from other religious groups. They nicknamed them Christians, meaning Christ followers or people of Christ, and the name stuck. According to the book of Acts, the disciples were first called Christians in Antioch, Acts chapter 11 and verse 26. Except for Jerusalem, Antioch played a larger part in the early life of the Christian church than any other city of the Roman Empire. It became the birthplace of foreign missionaries as Paul used the Antioch church as a base of operations for his missionary tours into Asia Minor. Thanks very much.